Hello there, and welcome to episode 18 of Rockhold, the Gift of Shadow. And you can already see that I've been, yet again, a busy person. You know, there is, again, a flood of new folks coming on in, and since the flood of new arrivals doesn't stop until the fort is completely full, hello Unib, it's nice to see you again. And therefore, well, we keep expanding that city. I decided to let the city grow into that direction where we can provide the materials, as letting that part of the city grow here is a little bit of an unfortunate situation, as I have decided to make everything here happen out of siltstone. But currently siltstone is the most requested rock block in the entire fort. So we're going to make a little bit of a trick happen, and we're going to put this on an endless request now. This is the most vicious way of requesting an item in this in the entire order system, because it basically tells the game now that we want an endless supply of that. This makes it now pop up on all workshops permanently. And that is exactly what we want, because the fort outside here needs to grow as well. As you see there's a lot of rock blocks that are not being delivered. The waiting line goes all the way up to 1,600. So yeah, we do desire a lot of siltstone these days, but I am very positive that things will come together quite nicely. So, another forgotten beast, Sedme. So, Sedme on fire. It's a deadly spittler, and it will try its luck once more against the governing champion of the pits, One Dive Ghost, or Ghost Dive, I don't know anymore. So it is composed of clear glass. I don't know, this place attracts really the wimpiest of all forgotten beasts, and, well, let's see how long it'll take until these two clash together, and who will be victorious? Oh boy. The clear glass champion has won. So, the creature has been felled. The governing champion of the tier 1 caverns is dead. I wouldn't have expected this thing to win, but, well, obviously clear glass was powerful. Clear glass with deadly spittle. An enormous humanoid. Alright, human wins. Set me sear mine, not set me on fire. So, yeah, there is a new Terra in town, and its name is not One Dive Ghost anymore, or Ghost Dive, I can't remember anymore. Do you? Anyways, so, that's just a side note. I wanted to give you a little bit of a tour here. So, the idea here is pretty simple. We have mass quarters, you know, the stuff where we can just fit in tons of people, obviously, alongside with some more luxurious quarters. And there is also a temple here, because I figured that I want to host the more exotic religions here as well. And here we have a living unit with a backyard. So when this whole thing is completed, these bedrooms will have 2 doors, and there will be a statuary or something like that. I just want to put in fancies and make a meeting area back there so people can just chill there. So we're also going to floor this place here up with schist. And, well, let's check out another thing. So, as you all might remember, we do have a lot of timber available. So I figured that we might as well make ourselves some wood blocks. So let's see. We got quite a lot of oak, persimmon, plum. So yeah, there's quite a lot of this stuff going on around. So we're going to make 30 oaken blocks. Let's craft dwarf. Do I really have only one carpenter? Huh, obviously. Anyways, no matter. So we're going to go now for oaken blocks, plum wood blocks, of course. And I'm going to go for some persimmon blocks. Ah, well, whatever. We're going to make 50 each. Yeah, that's a lot, I know. But at the same time, it is such a why not moment for me. We can gear out certain places of the fort this way with some extravagant flooring. I am waiting for this task here in particular to be completed for the library, reminding me of of the thing here. We started the paper industry the other day, so let's see. Back here, we're making paper sheet. Wonderful. So now we do need scroll rollers. So we're going to make wooden scroll rollers. Why not? I mean, after all, I want to capitalize on the fact that we got so much timber available. And choirs, obviously. Okay. So these are going to be made until we have 10 of them. These are going to be made until we have 10 of them. So make some small scale productions there. These will be made until we have 10 of them. Wonderful. So sadly now I have to wait until these all these orders have been fulfilled, but it'll result in a really fancy little library here because I'm going to give it that that extra wood furnishing, you see. Alrighty. That's good. I'm really happy to see that the fort is now completed in its basic design. We still have a lot of work ahead of us, but we have a decent trap corridor going on for ourselves. We do have by now also a nice amount of metal available, so we could make ourselves a pretty good statuary or military complex. There's a lot of options that we got at this point. So all in all, I'm very, very happy with the progress of the fort. So let's continue the siltstone quarry. Don't want the hints here. So yeah, siltstone will remain a very, very important stuff. Oh, by the way, I don't think we have wheelbarrows yet on the regular order tab, because I see so many people hauling boulders by hand. So this is something where we can also speed up or hold business. But we do want to have a carpenter or two more. So there's no room for the carpenter. Darn. So, well, let's make that a little bit slimmer so we can fit in the extra carpenter's workshops. So here, yeah, you see what's going on. The wood blocks that I've ordered are being made. Perfect. So we now will have a nice amount of variety going on. So when we check back now to this place, siltstone blocks, siltstone blocks, siltstone blocks, siltstone blocks, siltstone block. You see, that is what happens when you put this infinite order on the tab. Every single workshop that you have available in your fort is going to order that stuff. That's exactly as it should be. So yeah, this will help us a ton. This will help us a ton. As I see it, the new arrivals have animals that need to be pastured. Oh, well, it's always the same. Keep forgetting that whenever new people arrive, you have to check with their entourage. They keep bringing all manner of grazing animals into the fort, and this can lead to tragedies. So, well, chaos. Yep, chaos. Well, at least chaos can't grab any logs or anything like that, so I'm not too worried about that end. All right, it's the end. The end of autumn of the year 111 is drawing in closer. So all in all, Rockhold is living up to its name. There is so much commotion with the stones these days. So I think we can look at Eden, the stone crafter, and see how his life has evolved over the course of the time. He is a she is a long timer in our story, originating from the year 102. So she is a lone anvil member. Wonderful. So, how is her life recently? She's blissful about her dining room, but she was pretty pissed about an argument lately. She's very happy that the guild hall has been established. She likes her bedroom, but generally, I don't know, Eden, how is your mood these days? She's pissed. She definitely is pissed. So, well, she wants to be with family and with friends, but overall, well, let's hope she doesn't, her mood doesn't spiral down. She is angry ever since the year 108, so I guess she was involved in the troglodyte incident. So yeah, that was a very, very unfortunate situation, but, well, she's now quicker to anger after a major injury, so let's see. Well, sadly, we don't see what that major injury was, but yeah. I hope Eden will find some happiness and peace over the course of the time, because it would be a shame if not. So obviously some Kea got splattered in the entrance there. Yeah, that's what you get, Dawn Birds! I'm sorry. This is just a certain satisfaction behind that after seeing so many of my brethren die against these creatures. Seeing them being cut to pieces by our machinations is really, really quite a satisfying moment. And I also do notice that there is a ton of work orders. That is the power of infinite orders. It is also a double-edged sword, as soon this entire fort will only dance around the madness of siltstone blocks. But at this in the current situation, this is just what we need, and I am considering it the wisest choice of the wisest course of action, as this, you see, it gets the city together. So let's put these excavation jobs up. So that'll be a ton of slate walls that we need to bring up here. But we need to finish these apartments here up, as currently a lot of people are still got to rely on these dormitories, as there is not really any big supply of sleeping rooms here. So yeah, I got the feeling as if we got less construction force than people being busy with making these boulders. Maybe I'm wrong about that. What I do notice, though, is that I do see a lot of splattered Kea here. So, for future business, we're going to set up a couple of butcher's workshops, because I have made the experience that it does pay off to have butcher's workshops here, because often the animals that get killed out there, they get processed accordingly. So it's a nice source of meat, leather, and bone. There we go. So this will also be the foundation of the walls and all around here. These borders here, that you see. I can put up a few of them already. So this will be looking like that in the future, you know? So this will be where the outer castle wall will be put up. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal after all. There we go, butchering the animals. I'm pretty sure that they're butchering the leftovers of the splattered Kea now. We shall not let anything of that good food go to waste. That would be really a shame. Yep, giant Kea gets butchered here. Giant skeletons? What are they butchering? Now I'm curious. What can you butcher off of a giant skeleton? She's taking a while for it. So Datan is butchering a giant Kea, obviously. So we gain a feather, a skull, and 24 bones. So obviously that is that's why he did it. Weird, but whatever. I really don't mind. I wouldn't have expected the giant chaos skeleton to be what he'd be butchering in the first place, but yeah, I don't mind. It is what it is. I'm very happy to see that we're finally making progress on the castle end. Oh yeah, Chert and Siltstone go very well together. Look at that. So yeah, I have to monitor the Siltstone block production now carefully, because that obviously can backfire. If we just don't stop making that now, this would be not a good thing, obviously. But since we want to finish the footprint of the castle as quick as we can, I think currently this is just the correct course of action. So, Odom is slipping into depression. Poor fella. So we're obviously... The giant Kea doesn't really... it seems to be butcherable, and the mutilated corpses seem to be too beaten up. Too bad. Too bad, but it is what it is. Alright, in the meanwhile, the city is very busy. We're not only building upstairs, we're also building downstairs. It is a very, very pleasant sight, though, that will be, if we're lucky, pretty much the ending of our housing crises. So, I figured this area here might be a nice temple as well. Very happy to see that we're now today seeing some really big oomph behind the progress here. That's it's really good. It's very relieving to me. So, Oges West Tunnel, god of trade, twilight, and dusk. So we're definitely going to provide this deity a little bit of a hidey hole here. Send the engravers to spruce up the place. It's always nice. And all visitors are welcome. Good. Good. So, yeah. Lovely to see that. Lovely to see that. So, eventually we'll have to think about this place here. I mean, the central entrance into the actual fort is already pretty well defended, but I think probably I will redesign this area here a little bit. I haven't fully envisioned yet how I want to design Rockhold's exterior. I want to wait until the walls are down and I got the entrance area here designed, and then we'll see how we're going to district this and, you know. Okay. Yeah, everybody is just busy building these days. It's Builders' Days at Rockhold. Peaceful Builders' Days, too. The only thing is, that's bothering me is the increasing depression on that dwarven child, but, well, there's always something, I suppose. So, if we want those miners to do their mining, I am afraid that we need to increase priority on their task. Otherwise, they are too busy building. Alright. But I really want to get that going now. So we can finally build the new quarters downstairs. It's equally important as the business upstairs, as we need that city to thrive and to grow. Especially with all the people arriving, desiring bedrooms. We want to maintain a high happiness here in the fort. Oh dear, seeing how slow they cleave through silt and mud. I just checked the FPS. It went down big time. It's always the same. If you have too many build orders down on the grid at once, the game always, to me, on my end at least, always gets a big dent in its FPS. These things obviously seem to really, really slow down the game a lot. But, well, it is what it is, I'd say. So I don't want to turn off the mass order of siltstone blocks yet. Not quite yet, but you see here, the siltstone storage area is empty. Completely empty. That's just the siltstone madness that we have unleashed. But, well, it's one hell of a way of getting things done, I'd say. Alright. So... let's get back downstairs and see how far they got. Well, yeah, beautiful. Just was waiting for one of these areas to be finished. So, yeah, the big deal now is to get all that down and running, and then we need to think about the castle. Also, beginning from the next episode, I'm going to think about working on new gear. We have had a lot of metal imported, voluntarily or involuntarily. The involuntary imports are originating from goblin sieges. So, forgive the short interruption. There was a phone call that I didn't want to miss, because a special somebody wanted to say goodnight to me. So, that all being said, we have to build up all these walls here, and wow, there's so many bedrooms here that we're constructing manually. I said it an episode or two before that I never build so much city manually. It is annoying and cool at the very same time. So here we're now running out of walls for the city. It is just everything here is being under strain these days. So there's an alert. So I need to pause for a second here while I'm drawing the walls, because I don't know if it is a harmless alert or well. It's Thub, are you okay? So, well, she's okay. Thop didn't really suffer any injuries. Darned trees! You see, those trees, they that's what these trees do. There's tree branches for whatever reason. Ah, yeah, here. I bet that this thing just spontaneously grew below my construction. They do that. I'm not making this up. This is seriously something that is happening. Sometimes you have trees below your construction that were not there when you ordered them to be built. And these things can go really fatal up until the point where some of my constructions can even fall down. Trees are really, really vicious little creatures. Yeah. Well, luckily our broker survived the run-in with that vicious creature, but, well, you know, if you're a dwarf, trees, they're just nothing to trifle with. So, let's keep constructing those slate walls. I I really always have a high attention on these alert thingies, especially if the yearly caravan has been around the corner just a couple of weeks ago. It's just, yeah. Luckily, nobody was dying, so that just reminds me of the fact that we don't have a single tomb yet here in Rockhold. We have built the city around 3 years ago, and not a single dwarf died. And today I'm remembering it. That is not a good omen. That is not a good omen. I'm very, very afraid of the lives of my dear friends today. Anyways, so that piece of wall work is almost done. Yeah, this is, I probably never want to do that again. Excavated rooms have so much charm for themselves. It's amazing how grateful I am now for what I had before. Well, so is it time to turn off the endless siltstone command? I think so. So we're keeping it on a 15, which is still a pretty high number, but I need to stop this madness now, as I want my fort to do some other things as well. Just a few, you know, but a few other things as well. So we're also going to reinstall the trash disposal unit, because there's just so freaking many corpses lying around that I really want to get rid of. Okay, beautiful. So happy that finally the outer lining of the fort is completed. It's been a really, really long ordeal to get that done, but finally we are seeing some traces of completion here. So it's at least complete enough to start drawing the walls. At some points, at least. There is always an odd satisfaction to completing big things like these or hitting certain milestones. I don't know. There are just some walls that feel way more rewarding than others. Just all I can say. Now, let's see. We got here progress. Look at that. Or blocks are being completed. I'm also going to set up a new extension for the block storage because, seriously, this little thing here, that it's just not enough. Not kicking it. Alright. Let's further extend our quarrying of siltstone. I'm so happy that we got this cavern here. And it's very, very nice that it is slinking around the aquifer. So we're, as a matter of fact, capable of getting somewhere for all that. It's really cool. I was somewhat afraid that this layer, you know, we only saw that much, so I was not expecting to see anything not damp on this end of the map. So that's been a nice surprise. So you see, probing always is worth the time. Checking out where things are. Look at that. So I need to devise how all this is going to be like. You know, the entrance to the fort. I think we need to bring up some narrow passageway or something like that. Oh. So Kogan Smith Ropes is the new most unhappy person in town. Why so? Angry about an argument. So, well, he was experiencing trauma in the year 110. Huh. Now, if I only knew what that could have been. Well, were you the dude with the arrow in the in the guts. Yeah. All right. I get it that you don't have the best of times, so probably the stitches still hurt, like a ton. And maybe he has trouble eating ever since he had all these things. Who knows what plagues him ever since he got that goblin arrow in the guts. But what doing? This is dangerous. This is whoa. So here we see dwarfs trying to kill themselves. So usually I would just cut the tree beneath, but if I would be doing that now, I'm very, very concerned that this entire sector here would just collapse to the ground and kill people. So we're not going to touch that tree and see what'll happen if we just build on top of it. And I don't know. This is, I'm looking at this with very, very, very uneasy eyes. So, my friends, that is also the end of today's episode. We have made excellent progress. I'm afraid that this will go bad. But, well, it is what it is. A few dead dwarves, they happen. Thanks for being around again, and drop me your comments down below. Leave me a thumbs up for the algorithm if you would be so kind. I'd be very, very happy. It'd be also awesome to have you as a subscriber on my channel, if you didn't have that done already, as it might be. Check out the description box as well. You can find plenty of other Dwarf Fortress forts that I've played there. And you can check out also my Discord or my Twitch channel. There's also Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee if you want to support the channel financially. That would be a really, really amazing thing of you to do. I also want to say a big, big thanks to everybody who already does support the channel one way or another. You guys are really killing it, and I'm very, very grateful for all the things you did. And a big, big thanks to each and everybody out here watching this video up until this very moment. You guys are really magnificent people. I enjoy having you as an audience, and I hope you guys had a good time, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.